all you do is buy a small membership and you can start a business. Today, many of these people who started this kind of business 35, 40 years ago, the second generation, third generation family members are benefiting from the hard work of this first generation distributor who changed the business. So today, because of this success formula by this company A, okay, still around, one of it is $1 billion business A, many other companies have started to open up to do business in this way. All right, but majority of the people still having the mindset of a traditional marketing person. He cannot see this business. All right, he cannot see this business. You can only see this business if you are connected with people who are in this final line, or you are open your mind, your brain, to see how actually this business works. So I'm sharing you today here. If you are interested to learn something, to get a better income, click the link here and send me a note. I will show you how you could. You don't have to wait for the capital to open this business. You can start a business like this. Today, a lot of people are earning 5-figure, 10-figure, 6-figure income monthly. All right, this is what it is all about. So here we are going to later in the next few chapters of my videos I'm going to talk about this type of business. Because why again some people still cannot see this as an opportunity. All right, why? That is another sharing. So here is what I'm talking. The stigma of this old traditional type of distribution is out of date. Today they have this type of today many companies, thousands of companies are all billion-dollar companies, Fortune 500 companies. The established brands. Okay, you don't hear about it because these companies you hear because they spend money on the advertising. Here the advertising is done by the individual distributors in his own network. But because it is still even after 40 over years, it's still considered a very infant business because your brain has not been conditioned to accept this is a kind of new distribution, that we are still using this kind of distribution. All right, this type of distribution. So there's a stigma. This is a stigma which I'm talking about. When you talk about leverage, you don't get it because your stigma is this is not fair. It's an unfair system. So you don't feel somebody is leveraging on you. You don't feel fair. You're unfair. So that is the reason why a lot of people, when they come into this, the company is making a lot of money, I only making small money. But once this business, you have to see in a long term. Okay, as I said, the person here, the second, third generation is enjoying the rewards of the first of this. So that is another thing about leverage. Even the person may not be around here, but he's still getting the benefit. The family is still getting the benefit. I also was very blur beginning because all of us came from the same schools. All right, teach us how to get a job, get a profession, get a white collar. If you can't study, you go blue collar. So blue collar marketing sales. So but today if you realize that 40 years, 50 years now later, you see many people who today they are the second generation, third generation are sitting on the laurels of the first generation who did the push cart or the Papa and Mama shop. Everyone, all the companies, branded companies in Malaysia started with the push cart or small Papa and Mama shop somewhere. And today they have leveraged the business. They have a big network of how. So you want to come in with a small, with 100 whatever small capital, and then you cannot you feel it's not fair. All right. So here is the opportunity we are sharing. If you give up the give the understanding here. If you are willing to understand now, there's no difference actually between actually there's bigger opportunity if you were to give up the blue collar concept. All right. of marketing and sales, those who give up it and who go for the understanding the training are getting the rewards. Okay. So today, when you talk about marketing and sales again, the stigma is when I talk to people, I will get rejected. All right. So that is another thing. So I don't feel good when I get rejected. So that one also another stigma. So here is what I'm sharing here is how actually, if you were to talk about leverage, because you are thinking that it's not fair for me to leverage on someone or someone leveraging on me, because the thing is, what we say is the person who leveraging on you is because he departed with you training and skills which you would have paid thousands of dollars to someone to get. He's giving it to you at a very much compensate you for your effort and pay. All right. So that's why we are talking about not able to see this opportunity of getting only do it when this thing gets cut, gets hindered, then only we're looking for something. But what I'm sharing is, while you are working here, everybody says when you ask them to do something, oh, I got no time. Okay, attend a program, oh, I have no time. Then you want to do something, I got no money. Okay, too expensive. Because you don't feel that the thing about putting the money into your self investment. Okay, you put money into the business, to a share. You can see there's a lot of people now encouraging you to take into investment into share, and then you say, oh, because of failure of the other one investment, I don't think I want to learn shares. It's dangerous. Okay, now the training has become so cheap. With internet, online, you don't have to physically run anywhere. You can sit at home and learn and practice. And all these are there. But many of us still think of the old way of buying share, must put in $1,000. But many things today have been changed and modified and improved to overcome that kind of thinking. With a small amount of money, you can start. But because of the fear of losing that small amount of money, we don't even want to see anything more. And even if we lose, we feel that's a bit bad. Not fair. So it is part of the journey. You must lose some money. That is the learning cost. This is the learning cost of sharing something. So here also I'm sharing here. If I were to ask all of you to come in to join here, I don't expect everybody to say yes, but I only looking for a few who is willing to take the share, because see, I erase the chances of you losing money. Okay, there's nothing to lose. All you may lose is your time. But if you don't do anything, then you may have benefited from the training. Okay, from the understanding. So whenever there is another opportunity come up, you understand this thing is part and parcel of why we are not going forward. Okay, so this is what is, hopefully I've given a good understanding of this stigma and how this concept of leverage is now better understood, because we are asking you, if you were to give up this thing, understand this thing, you can easily do a side hustle. And once you do one side hustle, it's not only stopping you to do one side. Again, a lot of people are in the marketing sales also. You see, the other thing here is a supermarket. If you go to a supermarket, they sell thousands of products. You go to a department store, they have millions of products. But people who are doing marketing and sales, they sell one product. And I ask them to tell another, no, cannot, because that's another topic. I will give you another conversation about that. So they will see, oh, I must steal one product. But sometimes the customers are the same. So they are too much fixated, I use the word fixated, in thinking I must only sell one product. I must allegiance to one product. Allegiance one product. And then when that product stops, maybe it gets too expensive,